Take a look at this beautiful 18 take two. Take a look at this beautiful 18th century mansion. It's absolutely delightful, isn't it? You and I, yes, I could say, well, you and I could, we'd be like Downton Abbey, wouldn't it? Well, we'd be below stairs, of course, but nonetheless, I think we'd enjoy the stint there, wouldn't we? This is Dorney Wood, right? And this is the grace and favour home of the current Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves. Now, I don't know about you and whether this is like this in your part of the world with your politicians, but I didn't realise the Chancellor of the Exchequer got a grace and favour mansion. So does the Deputy Prime Minister, Angela Rayner. Talk about freebie gates. As we know, the floodgates have been opened, all thanks to Sir Keir Starmer not being able to keep his hands out of the cookie jar. And when you think about it as well, he's been apparently personally dressed by none other than the Labour donor, Lord Waheed Halley. And they say they're close friends. Looking at the clothes, are they? I mean, it begs to differ, doesn't it? He kind of looks like a 90s boy band member, ill-fitting jackets and looking ill at ease. But there you go, that's friendship. The bigger issue, of course, for the government over here is simply this. The winter fuel allowance, as many people know, has now been wiped away. But yesterday, over here in the United Kingdom, we welcomed in the highest record number of a single day of migrants entering the UK illegally. And they've all now been put in, of course, 4- and 5-star hotels, complete with heating, lighting, meals, phones, and anything that they wish. While, of course, our much maligned OAPs, that's old age pensioners, are finding it even tougher. But worse than that, this is now what's developing, because there's a big threat to the free bus pass for the over 60s over here in the United Kingdom. And this is serious news, because the over 60s are the ones with the free time that can go out and maybe meet friends for coffee and, you know, do a little bit of shopping midweek. It's what keeps the vibrancy of the high street alive. Now, cast your mind back to this at the beginning of the video. This is Dorney Wood, as I say, the grace and favour mansion for the Chancellor of the Exchequer, complete with staff. And, as it's been reported, not only that staff, but it's fully heated, whether she's in residence or not. Fascinating to think, isn't it? They can afford that. And of course, this is all being funded by you and I, their grace and favour apartments. They have it for the tenure of the job. But back to the winter fuel allowance, this is where it gets fascinating, because as I say, the termination of that, plus the idea that in fact, you know, the free bus passes may go away, coupled with the fact that if you are living in a home as a single occupancy person, well, that's going to be another problem as well, because, you know, so many people sadly in their own situations find themselves suddenly living alone. And that single occupancy council tax rate could be wiped away, and once again, you'll have to pay more. Now, as I've said to you before here, I find this fascinating because a lot of people were pushed into this particular remit of voting, all thanks to the likes of these celebrities like John Richardson, Sir Elton John, and the ubiquitous Carol Vorderman. They've all disappeared. Carol Vorderman's had to sell her Welsh holiday home simply because they've hoofed up the tax so much she doesn't want to pay it anymore. And apparently she's, you know, very bright with numbers. Clearly not. But the bottom line is now, this is the world we're living in, and I wanted your reaction. Should now second homes for MPs, grace and favour mansions, should they be wiped away, and why do they need them when the rest of us are really having to struggle? And this is an important thing, and as many people know, I took on a battle earlier this year with an energy company, which is now bouncing its way back, and I'll let you know how that happens and develops over the next few weeks. But either way, what a disgraceful situation we're in for all those people that had worked so hard for so many years to find that they're pushed out, quite frankly, of having the luxuries that they so deserved, while those arriving illegally are welcomed like cheerleaders. What do you think? I'd love to know, as ever, your comments in the comment section below, and please like and share and be respectful. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.